Hey guys, how
Giuseppe,
about
what's going on, man?
Hey,
How are you?
Giuseppe.
all good, man? All good, all good.
You got those kids to bed, or they
Put
still
the
up?
nah, I put them to bed, and everything is good to go. I was just watching the Knicks a little bit.
Yeah, I just put my daughter to bed, and my wife usually puts her to bed, and she screamed at me for a good 40 minutes straight. So,
Yeah. My dogs are sleeping next to me. That's
yeah.
about
Sounds,
it.
sounds about right.
So, Giuseppe, first off, thanks so much for giving us a few minutes of your time. I appreciate it, man.
Of course, no problem, man.
I guess my first question for you, you know, now that you've been out of the playing game for quite a while, and you're now entering all these other avenues as far as coaching, as far as getting involved with the Cosmos and whatnot. How long does it take after that career is done to start feeling ready to make these adjustments into a different part of soccer?
Yeah, great question, man. Listen, it took me it took me a while just because I couldn't really digest the fact that I was retired, and just saying that we're retired kind of made me really sad.
Yeah.
The first like I don't know, the first 4 or 5 months after retirement, I couldn't even say without getting emotional. But there comes a time where it's like, all right, listen, you can't be just sitting down and doing nothing for the rest of your life. We're privileged enough to play for, well, I played for 20 years, and being able to retire at 36,
Hmm.
you have a whole lifetime um, ahead of you, and therefore you have to be creative. You have to understand what you like, what can fill that void. Not much can fill that void.
Sure.
Actually, nothing
Yeah.
can fill that void.
Mm.
Yep.
But trying to find something as close as possible to that, so then you're able to at least just get up in the morning, enjoy your family, but also enjoy yourself and being happy again.
Now, did you have any thoughts of doing anything like not related to soccer, or was it just like I gotta stay in the game here?
Listen, for me to spend a little bit of time away from my family, it has to be something that I love,
Sure.
and there's nothing more that I love than soccer. So right now, the priorities have shifted since the day I retired. It's family first, and then
Yep.
soccer. Before, obviously, it was soccer first and everything else second.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, just trying to find something that I love, something that is worthwhile, not spending those 2 or 3 hours with your family and kids. And I found that by starting my own academy,
Yep.
where first it was just private sessions, helping out these kids, the local kids, etc. But now, I've grown it to have two organized teams, a U20 team and a U16 team. This all came at the same time of when I started being the head of soccer and part owner of the Cosmos. And I thought this was a perfect match because my ultimate goal was to obviously stay in soccer, but also to help these kids understand uh, what it takes to get to that next level. So helping them mentally, helping them uh, help their approach towards the game, just to make them understand that if you do want to get to the next level, it's not a hobby, but it's life. So therefore, it's a lot of sacrifices. You have to put a lot of things to the side in order to get to where you want to be, to where your ultimate goal is, which I'm sure that every player who plays is being pro. And it's okay to say it. It's okay to dream about it, but you have to put the work in. So that's something that I wanted to introduce to these young kids, and also the pathway to get there. I feel like that youth soccer here in America, we could talk about this for hours,
Yes.
but I'll just kind of just I'll just sum it up in like in 20 seconds if possible. It's not where it should be, and I'm being very nice about it. It kind of gets me very angry when I see certain things where the people's heart isn't in the right place. It's more towards their pockets than the kids' future and trying to build the kids' dream, to support the kids' dream. So that's something that's very important for me. I want them to understand that I'm with them every step of the way. Whoever is under the GR Academy, the Giuseppe Rossi Academy, they know that I'm there to always give them the right advice to take some time and show them the ropes. And I'm a tough love type of guy. I don't I don't sugarcoat things. I'm very direct, but in a way where they know that listen, I am I am by your side. And the kids get it. They respond, and that's what I love. Kids who care,
Yep.
kids who care, who want to be there. So yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to change this little landscape of youth soccer in my own little world right now.
Mm. Now, a lot of great athletes say they did better in sports because they tried out like they were in basketball and baseball and football before they decide what sport they are. Do you feel kids nowadays, that they want to take those steps, can still balance soccer and another sport, or do you have to be just 100% dedicated? That's all you can do.
Now listen, it's good to always play other sports, especially when you're young. Then there comes a time that there needs to be a focus. There needs to be a focus on one thing specifically if you want to get great at that craft, right around that 12-year-old age. But you know what? I personally, I never played any other sports. But if you think about it, right? Um, and I've had this debate with a few people that soccer is an eye foot coordination. Rather, there's a lot of other sports out there which is eye hand coordination.
Mhm.
So sometimes I think, because I hear this a lot now, right? A lot on podcasts, etc., how it's important to play different sports and it helps. Maybe you guys could educate me quickly here. What other sports can help a soccer player develop certain skills in their sport? If, sorry, in the sport of soccer, if it's not really a eye foot coordination.
The only thing I have noticed, I've been coaching at the high school level for 17 years or whatever.
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot of kids who play soccer and basketball, it translating. There's a lot of opening up the hips and getting up for balls and
Interesting,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
And I've noticed like they might not be the most like talented on the ball, but they're like a lot of times are grinders and guys who get up and win balls and able to kind of get out of situations. So that's the only parallel I've found, like other sports that I think does help.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say the opening up of
Mhm.
the hips. That's
And
actually
like
a very
body awareness, shielding someone off the ball. Like there is
yeah.
some things I definitely see like the basketball kids doing well, and not like they're not even soccer players their whole life. Sometimes they're multi sports. So that is one thing I see.
Awesome, awesome.
Um, what like better guy to talk to about you? You're saying how giving kids a path and how it has to be your life, and how there is a time for focus. You grew up obviously playing, but you left the States at 12 years old.
Yeah.
Like most kids are worrying about making friends or coming home and watching Ninja Turtles and like finding themselves. You left New Jersey here in America at 12 years old. One, how is that possible? Like for a lot of kids, like it's unfathomable now.
Yeah.
But two, I know it has a lot to do with the support of your family and whatnot too.
Oh yeah, of course. Listen, family is the most important thing. At 12, they're the ones who kind of make those decisions, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, my father told me, listen, there's this opportunity to go and play at 12 years old at Parma.
Mhm.
Do you want to go? And obviously, I said yes, even though deep down I'm like, I don't want to leave home. I don't want to leave my mother or my sister or my friends or my teammates. I know I'm comfortable home, but I didn't want to let my dad down. And I wanted to be part of the best soccer atmosphere in the world. So that's why I took that leap. I took that jump to go out there, me and my father, and play for Parma. How did I get that opportunity? Was that 3 summers in a row, starting from 9 years old, I went to Italy. I trained. I did this soccer camp in Italy, and the third year was when an observer of Parma saw me, invited me to go play some tournament and train with them for 2 weeks during Easter break in '99, and then comes January of 2000, they invited me to go and play there permanently. So yeah, man. Listen, when I got there, it was definitely tough. The only thing that I felt comfortable in was the soccer field because the soccer field's It's an international language, right? You don't need to really
Sure.
do anything different than what you know. And I was good at it, obviously. So kids, they started to gravitate towards me on the team. School was different. School, you're the American kid from America, wearing baggy pants that nobody in Italy wears baggy pants.
Yeah,
And I spoke Italian, but not that great. So I had to get my tutors. I had to do all that stuff. It was a pain in school, but I was able to pass. I only failed one class, I think it was, and it was Italian. Because it was very hard. It was very, very hard, but I was
yeah.
able to keep my grades up. And yeah, man, it's tough at 12 leaving the home, but I learned now that in order to do big things in life, you have to make big decisions. I didn't know that at 12 years old, but I'm happy that I did make that decision.
Yeah, worked out all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it
So
is.
you're 17 and you're on Manchester United. You seem like a very confident person in your skills and everything, but there's got to be something when you're going to one of the biggest clubs in the world
Yeah.
and you're just a kid and you're seeing these grown men. I mean, for lack of a better term, how are you not like crapping bricks and all and starting to question yourself?
Yeah, well, I never did question myself, but crapping bricks every single session, man.
Yep.
I was very confident, like you said, in my ability. And when I had the chance, well, first when I first arrived there, the first person to open up the door when he was leaving and I was entering was Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs was me and my father's favorite player.
That's
My
awesome.
father loved him. So,
Hmm.
hey, how are you? And I looked to my dad. I'm like, that's Ryan Giggs, man. So it was crazy. It was surreal. Went up, spoke to Sir Alex Ferguson to sign the contracts, and you would think that he would be somebody, very overpowering, but so humble. Simple talk, just everyday life talk, and he made you feel comfortable. And that was one of his best traits was that he was able to make you feel at ease when you were around him, and he would treat you the same way that he would treat his best players, right? um, and then getting on the field, being able to train with them. Obviously, you want to make a good impression. You want to try to fit in, and that's what I try to do. But always staying true to the player that I was. So um, when I touched the ball the first few times and being able to complete passes or dribble or shoot or score a goal, that kind of just gave me more confidence in being like, yeah, you know what, you belong. Keep working and try and carve out a space if you can.
Do you think Sir Alex was the right coach for you at that age, or would it have been interesting to play for him if you were a little bit older?
Yeah, you know what? He was there at the right time during my
Yeah.
career. I feel like having somebody that I could see and study or try to understand why was he so successful?
Hmm.
How does he get the best out of his players? How does he relate to everybody? Because usually the players who don't play are the ones that hate the coach, but everybody loved to be around him and wanted to go on the field and do anything possible to get the result for him. So learning those things, character-wise, mentally, right? Being ready for every single game. Sorry, for every single practice, because obviously the game is the byproduct of all this of all the sessions. The intensity that you had to train in, the approach, the mentality towards how do I prepare myself for the training session? Because the training sessions were like games. Like, yeah, we're all buddy buddy, but when you're in there, man, it's you had Vidic and Rio hitting you from the back. You had people fighting on the side because somebody kicked them. So it's like
Yeah.
the best player was Ronaldo, and Giggs would be killing them, man.
Mm.
Literally just like slide tackling the crap out of them. But that's what I grew up in when I was 17 years old, and I'm happy that was the environment that I was in because it made me grow very fast.
Now, when you're there at the end, they pretty much told you you probably want to look for another club because you're not going to get any time with us. Kind of talk about what made you go over to Italy and choose that league over anywhere else. And all, is that an easy thing to swallow? Them just like you're not going to see time if you stay here?
Yeah, so I mean, the story is this, that I chose to leave because I wanted to have a bigger platform and showcase my talent because I think I deserved, after my 6 month stint on loan at Parma, where I scored 9 goals at 19 years old, doing well, blah blah. I come back and I wanted more. I wanted to. Um, I thought I deserved more space, and therefore, when I spoke to the second guy in charge, the assistant Carlos Queiroz, I didn't get that vibe because of many things, political things on his side. But when I did speak to Ferguson, he wanted to keep me, but he understood the fact that I wanted to play more and showcase my talent. So that's when I left for Spain, and that's when I made a name for myself in those 5 years at Villarreal,
Yeah.
and the rest is history, basically. From there.
I want to go back to the 2010, 2011. Statistically, unbelievable season, 32 goals and whatnot. Now, I don't know if that is the best you ever felt on the pitch as far as whatnot, but I'm curious, like, when you're having a season like that, is it just like everything has to, like, are you mentally clearer than normal? Are you feel physically better? Does the game feel slower when you're just like consistently scoring? Like, what is it like having that kind of season, and what is that the best season you remember?
You're in a flow state, man. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
You get into this mindset in every training session and in every game where you feel untouchable, where anything that you touch turns into something.
Something, yeah.
And that was a whole season of accumulation of work, the accumulation of ups and downs, learning from past mistakes, gaining the respect of your peers on your team, and then eventually from the league around you, where you start hitting certain, you start feeling as if everything you do, it kind of just clicks, and the hardest thing is staying in that flow state, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Making sure that there are no disruptions around you. So that year was basically that. And I was somebody that was always very dedicated to their craft. You could ask anybody out there, always working and always caring about the game, not so much about the extracurricular stuff. The only thing that kind of stopped that flow state was injuries, something that I couldn't really control. But that was probably the best I've ever felt. But after that injury, I was sold into Fiorentina. I got back to that flow state. I felt it again, and it felt so good. And what stopped me again was injuries. Right, was always this damn ACL. So, um, being able and being privileged enough to get to that state where everything just clicks. It's not because you're lucky. It's not because things are going your way. It's basically because of the work that you put in, the way that you approach the game, how you don't cheat yourself or cheat the game, and the game always gives back. So I was fortunate enough to feel that twice in my career. I wish I had more continuity in it if it wasn't for the injuries, but like I said, lucky enough to have felt that 2 times,
Sure.
and it was great. Yes, it was definitely great.
Well, you speak about injuries. I mean, it's one thing to mentally get it through your head when you tear your ACL in October, then 3 months later you re-tear it again. How, like, what's going through your head? Are you raging? Are you still kind of keeping yourself calm and thinking about rehab? Are you pointing fingers? How are you feeling in this situation?
Yes, yeah. So after that great season that I had, I started off well again the season, and then October, like you said, my ACL, and it was the year of the World Cup, and
Oh,
obviously I was the main man on the Italian national team, and I wanted to go to the World Cup, obviously, right? So if you do the math, October, I get my surgery done right away. 6 months, I'll be ready to go for the World Cup. And if I ever have to go back in my career, that's one thing that I'll change, which was not to do it right away, that surgery, but to to think about it. Just give myself 3 4 days to kind of gather my ideas and stuff like that. Um, because I don't think I would have chose that surgeon to do that work, just because after I retoured after 5 months, because I came back in 5 months, I'm training way with the team, but I toured again. Let's just say that he didn't do the job that he was supposed to do. So yeah, that was my first encounter when it came to my ACL injuries.
Um, Giuseppe was nice enough to come work with my high school team about a couple months ago during the season, and um, even towards the end, we were done. They were only going to stay for a little while, and towards the end, the coach was in it. Giuseppe was. They're like, "Oh, Giuseppe wants to jump into a finishing drill with them." I'm curious with the first off, much appreciated. Kids still talk about it, but two, are when you're around the game like that, are you still able to get after it, or are the injuries still nagging all these years later?
Listen, I'm with the Cosmos right now, and
Yep.
I train every single day with them.
Let's go.
I train every single day with
Let's
them.
go.
So listen, knock on wood.
Yep.
Thank you, God, that these injuries, yes, they've happened, but I was able to recover. I feel strong. I'm enjoying myself playing. It's very hard to say no to the game. So
Yeah.
that's why still today I'm in the gym doing my prevention, making sure that the knees are good and everything else clicks. And because I want to play, man. Like I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. So I always want to be ready.
Well,
I'm 39 right now. I just turned 39, but I still feel like I'm 25 when I'm on the field. Except when I have to run a lot, I don't feel 25.
yeah.
But if I do, but if I do have the ball at my feet, I'm definitely 25 again.
I was gonna say, I noticed, like, when he came to our session first, he was telling the kids about things, and then the ball starts knocking around a little bit more. I noticed his body language starting to change, and then, like, we're gonna get into something here. Let's go. I loved it. I loved it. The kids loved it too.
Thank you.
I always wanted to know this. When guys go play for a national team after you've been playing club, you got the international breaks and whatnot. What is the general, like, feeling with that? Like, are you, like, super pumped to get away from the team for a little bit and get and play for your country? It's different coaches. Are the sessions as intense as club? Like, what is the feeling for a player going off to, like, international break?
Listen, the best thing is that you're able to represent your country.
Sure, of
When you
course.
wear that shirt, it just weighs more than
Yep.
usual, right? But I'm not gonna hide that it's another trip. It's
Yeah.
10 days away from your family in a
Mhm.
hotel. So as much as it's beautiful when you wear that shirt and you play the game, you sometimes you want that rest where it's just like, you know what, let me just chill home, let me have these 2 or 3 days off, because usually when the players who go play with their national team don't get any days off, the players who don't usually get those 2 3 days off, right?
Yep.
And towards the end of my career, I felt that, and I was like, you know what, it felt good. It feels good to have these 2 or 3 days off sometimes. Um, but see, this is the whole thing. This is why there's such a few players that are able to play this game at a high level, because it's all about up here. It's all about how you approach it mentally, right? Have having the right um, having the right approach towards it, right? That's just the main thing to it. And listen, I was fortunate enough to play with the national team for 6 years and represent them. And of course, if I could do it all over again,
Of course.
I would
Yep.
do it 10 times over. It's just the best feeling ever, man. Wearing that shirt and then calling up your family and them being so proud, man. It's awesome.
Yep.
Speaking of repping the country, what are your thoughts on Italy right now? They missed the
Oh,
2022. They're
Mhm.
in the qualifier to get into 2026. I mean, just from your I'm guessing not good.
yeah. Now listen, we missed 18,
Big game coming
22.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we missed 2 years, two World Cups in a row. I can't believe that we're talking about them trying to qualify in March
Mhm.
for the World Cup. It's upsetting. Um, there are a lot of problems when it comes to the Italian uh, game itself, the way that we uh, we develop players right now, it's in a it's in a bad state. Let's just put it that way. So these are the results we get when we try to rush things, when we try to cheat it, when we don't take care of our own. So listen, I hope that we're able to get past these two games, get into the World Cup, and hopefully shock the world. But yeah, uh,
Yeah.
you would think after the Euro Cup that we won in 2020 that things would change, but it literally went downhill from there, which is crazy if you think about it.
Yeah. Uh, Giuseppe, first off, I want to thank you so much for your time here. It really is a pleasure to talk to you. I remember
Thank you.
watching you and whatnot. I guess my last question, and then I just want to get into the Cosmos stuff and what you're doing.
Sure.
But my last question is, we even talked about it a little bit when we met. Your father now. Your father was a very well-known coach here in New Jersey. If you grew up in New Jersey, and you grew up obviously clearly in a soccer family, I'm curious, is the same thing trickling down to your kids? Like, would you want to see your kids reach the highest level in soccer? Are you not as intense as dad? What's your vibe like as a parent?
Do I want them to
Sports
go?
wise, sports
Yeah. Do I
wise.
want them to go through what I did?
Yeah.
I okay. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
say no. I don't want them because I don't want them to suffer, right?
Mhm.
As much as maybe I did when I
Yeah.
was 12 years old and growing up and all that and leaving family.
No.
But if that's what they want to do, then hey, listen, we
Right.
do it, right? We do it. Um, and obviously the love for the game, I'm gonna try and pass it down to my two girls and my boy, because obviously everything you see around this house is soccer.
Yep.
And where do I always go to? Soccer. So my little 2 year old is like, "Where you going, Papa?" And I'm like, "I'm going to play soccer." And she's like, "Soccer?" So she knows,
Mhm.
what I do, and where I'm going. And she's only 2 years old. The 5 year old obviously knows. And I coach my 5 year old, her and her friends. So yeah, so go try coach 10 girls that are 5 years old.
Yep.
Crazy, crazy. But I do it because I love it, and I want to expose my girls and my kids to the game. So we shall see if there's a part two to this to this journey.
Part three. Part three.
Part three. You're right.
That's right. So before you go, we had Eric on, I believe, in around October, November timeframe. Talked to him a bunch about the exciting things that are going on with the Cosmos. The Cosmos are opening up in March here, which is literally around the corner.
Yes.
Your involvement with the team. Tell the audience a little bit about, especially our tri-state area audience here. A little bit about the Cosmos, your role with the Cosmos, and kind of there's some really great messages with the team, but I kind of want to let you answer that question.
Sure. Yeah. Listen. So the Cosmos are back, and I think that's great for U.S. soccer. One of the most iconic names in U.S. soccer will be playing its first game after, I think, 6 years, on March 14th.
Mhm.
On March 14th at Hinchler Stadium at Patterson. So we want it to be packed. We want to have our fans enjoy being at the field by representing them, right? By creating this type of community that we're trying to do, where it's all about, values, all about building something special that it's not only about soccer, but, um, you know, uh, about this community that we're trying to build. So, being the head of soccer, um, it brings a lot of responsibility, having to choose players and the coaching staff, etc. I think we've done a great job with that. I'm very proud of the players right now. The players that we have, local players. Some are from, some are international players, but sticking to what we want to do, which is develop young players, right? I think we said that from day one. We don't want the Messis and Ronaldos because I think our objective is to find the Messis and Ronaldos around us. I think New Jersey is a hotbed of talent, and we have to be good enough to go find that. So far, I'm very very proud of the work that the coaches and the players have put in, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait till March 14th.
If people want to go follow you, where's the best place to check out all things? You got the Academy, you got the Cosmos, you got your own stuff. What's the best place to see all things going on in your life?
Yeah, so listen, I'm big on my Instagram. So go check me out on Instagram. I always post about the Cosmos and my GR Academy. And a little bit of family time too. So yeah, man. Just trying to stay busy. That's really what it's all about.
I look forward to trying to see a game. I'm probably either going to be, I live in Georgia, so it's either South Georgia, Knoxville, or Chattanooga. I'll try to go to one of them games.
Ah, that would be great, man.
Yeah, I'll
That would be
definitely
great.
support you guys.
Thanks.
Final question. Is it true you got bit by a lion?
Oh, so listen to this. Listen to this. I think I'm the only person in the world. All right, so listen to this. The only person in the world to get bit by a lion, and what's it called when you get like the horns of a bull.
Okay,
Oh,
you get
The
more
horns of a
rifle.
bull.
yeah.
The damn horns hit my calf because we're in Spain. So you know how Spain is crazy with the bulls, right?
Yeah, of course.
So we had a great season. We got second place the first time in Villarreal history, 5 points behind Real Madrid, and we decided to celebrate going into an arena. So we go into this arena, and all 20 of us, 20 idiots, just in there, running around these two bulls. And there's barriers, right? You have barriers in each corner.
Yep.
I'm scared. Like I'm scared of them. So when they come a little bit close by, I go right behind the barrier. There was this damn kid, man. The bull was coming towards us. I'm trying to get in the barrier. He's pushing me out. He's pushing me out. He's pushing me out. He came. The damn bull came, hit me with his horn. I was bleeding through my calf.
Oh my God.
That one,
Gosh.
and then yes, the line. We were in the sanctuary. I think it was the Confederation Cup in 2009 with the national team. Uh, the line got a little bit. I don't know. He was probably hungry and bit my leg, but it was all good, man. It was all good. I survived.
Yeah, I'm sure your coaches and ownership love those stories. Yeah.
They didn't know, but now they know, so that's good.
Giuseppe, thank you so much for your time. Good luck with everything you got coming up, and love
Thank
to
you,
have you
guys.
on again down the line.
Appreciate it. Thank you.